Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and take a hard look at a pretty terrifying modern reality. We're talking about how a simple, fast-moving digital message can literally destroy a lifetime of savings in seconds. Today, we're exposing the biggest financial scams that nobody really talks about and exploring how the internet has just completely changed the game of fraud, allowing it to reach millions of us with just a tap on a smartphone.
So imagine this text pops up on your phone. Invest 10,000 today and earn 1 lakh in a month. And right next to it, there's this rapid-fire montage of luxury cars, expensive watches, and private jets. I mean, it looks incredibly professional, right? Well, that is definitely not an accident. It immediately triggers a rush of hope, greed, and excitement that entirely overrides your logic. You start dreaming about escaping financial struggles, finally paying off those bills, maybe taking that dream vacation, and suddenly, you aren't asking the right questions anymore. You're just hooked.
Without even thinking twice, you make the transfer. And hey, maybe you even see some fake animated profits on this shiny digital dashboard for a day or two. You're sitting there thinking, you finally cracked the code. But a week later, the website just vanishes. Customer support completely stops replying. The group chats get deleted, and just like that, zero. The money is gone.
And the craziest part? This isn't just one isolated person's story. It's a staggering reality. Every single year, millions of people all around the world lose billions of dollars to these misleading money schemes. And the absolute most shocking part of all this is that so many victims don't even realize they're being misled until it's way, way too late. They get caught in a trap that's built not on fear, but on hope.
Section 1. The psychology of scams and why we actually fall for the trap. Because why do intelligent people fall for this stuff? We all like to think we're way too smart to get scammed, right? Well, scams actually don't target your intelligence at all. Not even a little bit. They are sophisticated psychological traps hidden right beneath everyday decisions, specifically designed to weaponize your own emotions against you. Scammers basically manufacture these exact feelings: greed, excitement, urgency, hope, and misplaced trust to just lock down your critical thinking and force you to act fast. Picture yourself standing in a super crowded mall and someone right next to you shouts, "Only 5 minutes left, last chance to buy." Your heart starts beating faster, your palms sweat. It's intense. Well, scammers replicate that exact physiological response online with countdown timers or messages saying, "Offer ends tonight," or "Only 20 spots left." The whole goal is to never, ever give you time to think.
Now, this perfectly illustrates the branching paths of human behavior when we're faced with these triggers. On one side, you have someone like Kevin. Kevin rushes in, totally blinded by the emotion of this staged luxury lifestyle, asking only one question: how much can I earn? But then look over at Sarah. Sarah protects her money by simply pausing. She acts as a logical shield, taking a deep breath and asking, how can I actually verify this? She checks independent sources, she looks for warning signs. That single difference, just having a little bit of patience, literally saves her life savings.
But the scammer's absolute greatest weapon in all of this? FOMO, the fear of missing out. They create this wild illusion where it feels like everyone around you is investing and getting rich, except you. You see these fake testimonials, thousands of likes, comments from bot accounts just praising the guru. It creates this intense, totally manufactured psychological pressure, making you terrified that you are going to miss the opportunity of a lifetime if you don't pull out your wallet this very second.
Section 2. The most common money traps. The arsenal of modern fraud. Let's see how all of this builds into the real world. We're looking at the most common traps that are rapidly draining bank accounts globally, adapting from everything like fake, professional-looking apps to these really clever phishing links that perfectly mimic the institutions you trust.
Take the classic Ponzi scheme, for example. The way the cash flows here is the real trick. The profits being paid out to the old investors, they aren't coming from real, productive investments at all. They aren't building a product, they aren't offering a service. No, they're just taking the cash from new victims and handing it straight to the older victims. As long as new money keeps arriving, the scammer takes their cut and the whole operation looks totally profitable and green. But the very second new investors dry up, the entire pie just collapses, leaving thousands of people with absolutely nothing.
So the crucial takeaway here is you've got to watch out for the scammer's arsenal of warning signs. Guaranteed profits, zero risk, act now, or limited time offers. If you see these phrases, your alarm bells should be ringing so loudly. Real investing never, ever guarantees high returns with zero risk. I mean, the market goes up, the market goes down, that's just reality.
If someone promises you a perfectly smooth ride to wealth with absolutely zero downside, run. Just run.
Okay, Section 3, the hidden costs of debt. This is the legal money trap, because there's another trap out there that millions of us walk into willingly every single day. There's no hacker in a hoodie, there's no fake website, no grand deception. It's just the incredibly normalized burden of bad debt. Things like EMIs and buy now, pay later schemes that quietly and perfectly legally drain your wealth over years.
Honestly, think of debt like a really heavy backpack. One small EMI of, say, $3,999 for a phone, it feels incredibly light. We've all been there, right? Convincing ourselves we absolutely need that new upgrade because, hey, it's only a few $1,000s a month. But as you start stacking a vacation, a shiny new gaming console, and a premium laptop into that bag, you are suddenly crushed. Ryan here is overwhelmed because stacking multiple EMIs consumes his entire monthly salary before it even hits his account. Meanwhile, Emma keeps her load light by asking one simple, kind of boring but incredibly effective question. Can I just pay for this in full? This really exposes the true illusion of the EMI. You see a laptop for a low monthly payment and you think, great, it's perfectly affordable within my budget. But you aren't just buying a laptop, you're buying years of hidden interest payments. The true cost is significantly higher than the sticker price, and it's slowly draining your future salary just to pay for today's impatient desires. The real trap is borrowing without ever doing the math on that final, true cost. Moving on to Section 4. Fake financial gurus exposed. Selling the dream. Now, let's expose the actual illusionists of social media. The influencers who manufacture fake authority using flashy colors, fast cars, and completely rented lifestyles just to sell you a dream that doesn't actually exist. Come on, we've all seen this guy. He's stepping out of the bright yellow Lamborghini, flashing a watch worth lakhs, claiming he achieved instant wealth with absolutely no experience. It is perfectly engineered to tap right into your insecurities. It's designed to make you feel like you are somehow falling behind while everyone else is out there getting ahead. But let me tell you, it's just a rapid-fire distraction. The rented private jets, the perfectly staged photos in Dubai, the heavily edited screenshots of massive bank balances, it's all an illusion designed for one singular purpose: to gain your trust so they can sell you a super expensive and ultimately worthless online course on dropshipping, crypto, or day trading. So here is your golden rule of thumb going forward. If someone spends way more time flexing luxury items and talking about their mindset than they do explaining the actual, boring, day-to-day mechanics of the investment, they are just profiting off your dreams. True experts focus on education, on risk management, and on reality. They don't rely on exaggeration and high-pressure sales tactics. Section 5. The True Wealth Mindset. Your shield against scams. Let's finally climb out of this dark world of deception and look at that shield. Let's look at how financially successful people actually build lasting wealth without chasing any of these incredibly dangerous shortcuts. The wealthy rely on core defensive habits because they know that avoiding a single catastrophic investment is often your greatest financial advantage. They never rush decisions, regardless of how much pressure is applied. They independently verify claims instead of just taking a screenshot's word for it. They fiercely protect their data, like OTPs and PINs. And above all else, if something looks too good to be true, they pause. They step away from the screen. And when it comes down to actually managing money, look at this brilliant contrast in habits. You have Daniel, who gets his paycheck, spends his salary first on lifestyle upgrades and EMIs, and then tries to save whatever tiny amount happens to be left at the end of the month. But Emma's golden rule: she pays herself first. Notice how she directs her money completely purposefully. She gives every single rupee a job, investing a fixed percentage into her future before any of the spending even begins. She dictates her money. Her money does not dictate her.
Highly successful investors understand this next concept deeply. Time in the market is vastly, vastly greater than trying to perfectly time the market. They know that consistent, frankly boring investing over time acts exactly like planting a tree. You water it, you wait patiently, you don't dig it up every single week to see if the roots are growing, right? You just let the simple mathematics of compounding do all the heavy lifting over the decades.
Ultimately, it really all comes down to this choice. Scams sell excitement, fast-moving emotion, and extreme urgency. They want your adrenaline pumping. But true wealth is built methodically. It's quiet. It's built through education, disciplined planning, and just an incredible amount of patience. Because at the end of the day, the absolute greatest scam of all is believing that wealth comes without knowledge or effort. Your financial foundation is built on education, on knowing the actual rules of the game so you don't end up getting played. So before you make your next transfer, before you hit approve on an app, before you sign that next shiny loan agreement, just pause, take a breath, and ask yourself this one simple, provocative question. Do you truly understand where your money is going?